Welcome to another video just to show you some features that I've included that you can use during combat and out of combat in some circumstances, but you will find them when you press E to bring up the tray on the left hand side. In features you can do listen, distract and stand up. So listen is to be able to hear creatures that are invisible, or if you're blind or if you're in the dark, you will be able to normally hear them within 10 feet without having to use an action. However, you can concentrate and use an action to listen out to 40 feet, but that will only last one turn or 6 seconds if you're not in combat. Bearing in mind that I've timed time by 10 in the game to give people thinking time when they do cast a spell that takes time, including when you listen. So if you are exploring and you want to listen, it will last a minute in real time, but in the game it will last 6 seconds. Anyway, I am now going to start a combat to show you what it looks like. So I can roll their initiative, and then the goblin needs to roll their initiative and join in the fight. So it looks like Balfour's going first. And we don't want Balfour to go first, so then the goblin goes, and the goblin's confused because he's not sure why Balfour hasn't gone, and then Akra decides to distract the goblin. Charge, and targets the goblin and uses distract as their action. As you can see now, the goblin has got distract. Akra's used their action to help by distracting the creature. This is probably going to be used more for familiars and pets, but there's nothing to stop you all doing this to help each other in combat. Akra ends their turn. Balfour then moves in, targets the creature, uses his sickle, and he gets advantage on that. As you can see, double question marks, which was a miss, funnily enough. Anyway, that's distract. Probably, like I said, use with familiars or pets that are trained to be able to do that. So the stand-up is not a comedian. You don't suddenly become funny. But what would happen in this circumstance is if, for some bizarre reason, Akra falls over and is prone during combat, and then the combat comes round to Akra, and they want to stand up before they move, then they would use the stand up feature, which would remove the prone feature, but also automatically halve the movement. So Akra's normal movement is 30, but now it's down to 15. Any more? Too far. 15. Also, if anyone's wondering why there's a green circle around people, that is a new feature as well that gives you an idea of how far your reach is. So if you are about to attack something and they are within your green circle, you have got reach. But it also means that if you leave that green circle, then you're open for an opportunity to attack. So that's the end of Akra's turn because they've stood up and they've moved a bit too far, but still. time to move on. And when he gets back to Akra, they do their do's, they move on, and the boot disappears. Okay, so the next one is listen. So we don't need to be in combat for this. Or we will be, we'll stay in combat for this. So all of a sudden, Akra is blinded. He cannot see anything, but can hear these two creatures. Now, Akra can still target these creatures as normal, but when Akra rolls to hit, they will be at disadvantage because they are blind and they can't see them. They can only sense them or hear them. If Akra then moves away, more than 10 feet, it's too far away for Akra to hear them, and therefore doesn't know where they are. However, using an action to concentrate on hearing during a combat or any other time, Akra would then click on listen, and he or she would be able to sense invisible creatures, creatures when they're blind, creatures when they're in the dark for up to 40 feet away. Therefore, knowing approximately where they are to give them an idea. As you can see, the icon comes on with little horrible little ear here to show that listening. However, as the turn moves on, Balfour's turn, Goblin's turn, Akra's turn, he's not listening anymore because it only lasts for 6 seconds. But gives Akra an idea of where some creatures are, but unfortunately, because she's blind, cannot see whether it's friend or foe. Anyway, that ends another video. Hopefully I've covered some of these things in here. Listen, distract, stand up, so I can get rid of those now. Again, if anyone's got any ideas on videos I can show you so you can see how things work to make your life easier when you're playing, please let me know. Thank you.